EA Sports. It's in the game.
Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me, please, somebody stop me. Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Taken in at the 22. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mahomes now on 1st down. Hill shedding the tackle. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base who might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Get this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally, Adam Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Allen Bailey in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 21 guys this year in the NFL, over 1,000 yards receiving, and it was Jones that topped them all. What did he have, just over 1,600?
Yes, 1,677 yards, the second highest total of his career. He had 1,871 in 2015. You know, I've always called him Secretariat. You see it on display each and every time he plays for the Falcons.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Brooks Reed with a tackle. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Green, 39.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deion Jones able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots...
Nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Ryan on second down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are in for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4. First time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England. But it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
He certainly is. And just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
He's going to take another shot here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And an alley to run. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Coleman now. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ryan. They set up the screen to Hill. Still fighting. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Gun! Ready!
Here's Ryan. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Wait! At 25! 20!
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Slow! Here we go now. Green.
Now here's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Green, 90.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They run again with Ware. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Important extra point up and through, and the lead is now 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On the screen, this is Coleman. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
He'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And Hill with it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.